Hello everyone, I am Zainab Tinwala, lecturer of Organization of Commerce and Management from Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Camp, Pune. In my previous video, I had already discussed about what is management and what are the process of management, that is different functions of management. In my previous video, I had also discussed about what is planning. Planning is that is we take peep into the future and decide what the objective of the organization is and how we will try to achieve that, how we will work to achieve the target of the organization in the near future. Another definition for planning is right now we are if we see if right now we are at a point A, that means the target of our organization is to manufacture 10 units per day. So now we want to go to point B, that is manufacturing of 15 units per day. So how am I going to achieve that? I have to plan to achieve my target. So to achieve the target, I have to bridge up the gap between point A and point B. So after that, that is through planning. But after planning, what are different steps you are going to take? That comes under the second function of management, which is organizing. Once you have planned, after that you have to start organizing the things, that is collecting together all the man, material, money, whatever is there, and put them together to make your plan come into action. So here is the explanation. Organizing is a process of identifying, bringing the required resources together, grouping and arranging them properly for achieving the goals. So, the process of identifying means once you have planned something, you have in your mind that plan. So, you have to identify what you are going to do. Then bringing the required resources together. Resources can be man, material, money. Okay. Then grouping and arranging them properly for achieving the goals. So once you have got money, then you have to arrange your man. You have to arrange for material and arrange in such a way that you can achieve your goal. Like if you have planned for a picnic, then when your plan for a picnic comes to your mind, you will first decide where you want to go, how far is the destination, how you are supposed to go, like you will take which vehicle you will plan, how much expenses is required, etc, etc. So once you have planned everything, then you will organize it. Which thing comes first? Like if you are planning for a picnic, the first thing comes in your mind is the destination, where you want to go. First thing, then you will plan through which vehicle we are going to go, then how much expense is required, then you can think of which hotel you will stay, which sites you will visit. So you will arrange all these things, group it together so that your trip becomes successful. So next point is planning decides what is to be done in future, whereas organizing function decides the way and means to achieve what has been planned. Now if you take the previous example, now you have already planned, okay, in near future after 3 months, where if you are going by a railways, you have to pre-plan your trip, you have to book your tickets, so you have planned already. So that is what will happen in the future, you are deciding today. So once that is planned, that you are going to a trip, then you will organize the things so that your plan is successful. You will start saving your money, you will start inquiring about the hotels, you will start purchasing clothes which suits to your trip, you will visit your doctor to see you get yourself check up, so that when you visit to that place you don't fall sick. So that means once whatever you have planned, you will start organizing it. Next is, this function is important for execution of plans which have been planned by the top level management. In an organization, we have already seen that the top level management does all the planning. Then it passes to the middle level where they just pass on the plan, and then the execution work, the distribution of work is given by the middle level management to the lower level management, and the proper execution of the plan goes from the lower level management. So in the same way, when you have planned, your parents plan, then they execute, you also help in executing the plan. In the same way it happens in an organization. Next point is, resources can be grouped and arranged in organizing as man, material, money, machines, method. So as I have already discussed, here the resources are men, material, money, machine, methods, which are required in an organization, they are grouped together. Then the synchronization and combination of workforce, physical, financial, and information resources are established in the process of organizing. Means a sequence is set up and they are all combined together. Like workforce is man because their physical work is required, finance, that is money, is required. Then information, like if you have planned for a picnic, you need to collect information about the place where you are going to visit. You will need money so that you can spend on your travel. You have to physically go to that place. So all these things, you have to sequence those activities, combine those activities, then only that is called as organization and organizing, and that is the execution of plan which you have planned. So here are the two definitions. First one, it is given by Monet and Rayleigh, that is, organization is a form of every human association for the attainment of a common purpose. And second is by Knutz and O'Donnell, organization involves the grouping of activities necessary to accomplish goals and plans, the assignment of these activities to appropriate department, and the provisions of authority, delegation, and coordination. Now this is last in the organizing is step in the process of organizing. Whenever you organize something, you have to go stepwise. So the first step is determining the activities to be performed to achieve the objective of an organization. Like if you have planned in your school or college, you have planned for a picnic. So you have to determine which activity will be performed by which person. So like if it is planned, so one person will be allotted to collect the names of the students who want to come for the picnic. Second person will be allotted to collect the money for a picnic. The third person will be allotted to find out different ways to reach the destination, or different vehicles, or if they are traveling through bus, then the charges of the bus, the drivers. Then the fourth person will be allotted to do the snacks, collection of money for snacks or arrangement of snacks and everything. So the work is divided, and some or the other person has been allotted to do a particular kind of work. Identification of major function of to which these activities are related. So here the most important is, if you're planning for a picnic, the most important thing is the destination, the money required, the hotels, the food, and all things. That is the major functions. Grouping and subdividing the activities within each function on the basis of similarity or relatedness. Establishing relationship among individuals and groups. So once we have identified what is to be done, then we have to decide who is going to do that work and whom is that person to report. That means the person who gets the authority is also responsible to come and speak to the person who has given him the authority. So all work is to be done to achieve the goal of an organization. So in an organization, whatever activities are being performed, this all activities in all turn up to achieve the goal of an organization. So last but not the least is what all required to give you the plan a particular shape is nothing but organizing. So, whatever you have planned, if your plan is not getting a practical shape, then it is not a proper plan. But when you organize things in a proper way, then your plan is successful and you can achieve the goal whatever your organization has targeted. Thank you.